Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be about Little Nas X. Now, I have to preface this video with a few things. First of all, a trigger warning. There are going to be a ton of triggers in this video. If you have dealt with any type of physical violence, if you have dealt with any type of religious bias or religious prejudice, especially Islamophobia, if you have dealt with terminating pregnancies or anything of that nature, there's just a lot of triggers, body shaming, different things like that. There are going to be a lot of things that we're going to discuss in this video. And I just want to give a trigger warning just in case anybody might get triggered, because some of the tweets and things that I'm going to show on the screen are very sensitive. So please take care of yourself. If you feel like you would be triggered by these topics, do not feel the need to watch this video. Also, I'm going to give a personal disclaimer, and I feel like I have to make a disclaimer for this specific video because I think that it is relevant. I know that you guys don't know much about me, especially because I like to say anonymous, but I am a Christian. I've been a Christian my entire life. I'm not changing it anytime soon. I believe in Jesus Christ. That's what I believe. Till the day I die, that is just it, right? And we're going to be talking about Little Nas X, who, if you don't already know, he's been doing a lot of things in the religious realm that a lot of Christians are upset about. So if you think that that is going to, if you don't want to watch a video by a Christian about Little Nas X, because you think that my views might be skewed or whatever the case may be, then, that's your prerogative to not watch this video. But I want to make that clear in the beginning of the video so that maybe you see my perspective. I'm also going to talk about that later as I get into what he actually did and my opinion and my views. But I've seen a lot of people, say Christians this and Christians that, but I haven't really seen that many Christians say anything. They're kind of responding to a brick wall. I've seen Christians say things, but a lot of the times it's a lot of just people responding to a brick wall. And so I wanted to be kind of that person to say something. I'm going to say it how I say it. All of my opinions, I'm a very religious person. I wouldn't say I'm religious, but I have a lot of faith. So it permeates through all of my opinions. So if you rewatch all of my videos, you'll see that you'll see that I am a Christian. If you just, and then you see how my views align, then you'll see how it's interwoven in every factor of my life. But I wanted to make that clear in this video specifically because I know that it is super relevant. So now that that disclaimer is out of the way, before I do get into the video, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Turn on the post notifications so that you're notified of the next time that I post a video. And follow me on Twitter. My Twitter will be in the description below. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into the video. So let me just give you kind of a background about Little Nas X. Little Nas X is kind of this almost like a meme rapper. He was for a while. He got famous off of, he's the guy who made Old Town Road. Ever since then, he's just kind of been there. Lil Nas X is one of those interesting people who kind of came from stan culture and started getting big in the music industry. Now, because stan culture is so new, not many people have been, like, whenever stans find out that there's another stan that's getting big in the music industry, it gets very exciting. And Lil Nas X was really no different. You could tell that he was one of those, artists, one of those people in the music industry who actually understood the current times of the internet. And he's so present on the internet that people really liked him because he was relatable. And also he had like the #1 song in the country for a long time. So he was just one of those special cases that a lot of people liked because they felt like they could relate to him, but also, they liked his music. But he, in my opinion, and I'm gonna just keep it a buck, I know that I'm about to drag him in this video. Just to preface, I am going to drag him in this video. But just talking about his music as objectively as I possibly can, I don't think that his music is that great for everyone to be going Google Gaga over him. I don't even think that his music is that great to really be in the charts like it is. It's not really good. Old Town Road was never that good. I guess people only liked it because it was rap country and people were advocating for it because he's black, and like at some point country music was trying to block him. So there was that. But like, if we're objectively going to look at the song, it's just not really good. I don't think really any of his music has been that good. I've only heard like 2 songs and like part of one, but every time I hear them, I'm just like, I don't get why people are going crazy over him. We already have a lot of music that sounds very, very, very similar. So I don't get why everyone is so attached to him the way that they are. Well, I guess musically. So why am I talking about Little Nas X today? Well, a few weeks ago, I've actually waited to make this video, just to say that. I waited to make this video just because there was just a lot, and I waited, and also homework, college, it all happens, right? But a few weeks ago, Lil Nas X dropped a song called Montero, or Call Me By Your Name. And I haven't actually seen the video. I have no interest in watching the video. I didn't have any interest in watching it or listening to the song before that, but I don't either. But apparently in the video, he is sleeping with the devil, I guess you could say, but like literally it's a very graphic video. And a lot of people became very outraged with the video. And then I think the next day he releases this thing called the Satan shoe. And apparently he at one point was selling these limited edition Satan shoes. Now, here's what the shoes look like. They also have a scripture in them. And apparently, allegedly, they're supposed to have like a drop of human blood. I don't know how real that is. It's probably not real. But it also has a Nike swoosh on it. And apparently Nike is now suing the company that made these shoes because Nike didn't make them. And Nike got a lot of outrage from a lot of angry people, angry Christians who were like, this is wrong. Now, here's the first thing that I'm going to say. As a Christian, I always get upset when I see people trying to provoke Christians. It's one thing to not believe, whatever. It's one thing to say, I don't believe in Christianity. He also said, that he's had his bad experiences with Christianity. I've had my bad experiences with the church, right? So I think everyone has their bad experiences with the church, and that's really because people are flawed. That's kind of the whole point of the doctrine, is that people are flawed. So you are going to have problems with the church. That's what's going to happen. Even in the Bible itself, if you read the epistles, which are the last books really of the Bible other than Revelation, right? If you read like the last books of the Bible that are addressed to like the Romans and the Galatians and the Corinthians and all of these people, they're really addressed to churches. And when they talk to these people, they're saying, oh, I know that you're having this problem in the church. I know that you're having that problem in the church. I know that these people are doing that, and this is what needs to be fixed. So even at the beginning of Christianity, right? These books are written at the beginning of Christianity, at its inception. They're saying, hey, I know that you guys are having problems because guess what? People are flawed, right? So I understand that he felt hurt by Christians and hurt by Christianity. I completely get that. I've heard that a billion times. That's not what bothers me, right? What bothers me is that you're going to provoke people. It's clear that he didn't just do it because he wanted to do it. He did it to provoke people. And that's what I don't like. That's what upsets me. It's because you're basically saying, not only am I going to completely reject whatever, which is like whatever, right? But I am going to try to make a mockery of Christianity. And what bothers me about that is that, and I'm gonna just say it, a lot of times people try to equate Christianity to like race. You can't do that. People try to equate Christianity to being white. Not true. Even though Christianity is the biggest religion in the world, I think what people fail to understand is that every religion is something that is chosen to be believed. Even with Islam, I think that there's been a big push against Islamophobia, which is I 100% support. I 100% back that because Islamophobia is wrong, period. Fighting, trying to beat someone up because they're a Muslim is ridiculous, is wrong. And I don't stand for that nor support that, right? But you see a lot of times that people are trying to equate Islamophobia to racism. And that's because, a lot of people, there are a lot of people in a specific region of the world that are Muslim, but that doesn't, anyone can be Muslim, right? Because it's a religion. It's not a race. But for some reason, people only care about Islamophobia and they don't care about the attacks on Christianity, if we're going to be frank. And I know, again, that people are going to say, oh, well, Christians have perpetuated a lot of attacks. Christians have done this. Christians have done that, blah, 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 blah. But at one point, especially in the inception of Christianity, there were attacks on Christianity. And even now, today, I've seen a lot of things on the internet, which I don't know how true they are, but there have been specific attacks against Christians to this day in different countries. I think I saw something about there was literally a concentration camp in China. I don't know how true that is, but I do know that outlawing people to be religious, that is hate against that religion, right? That's still basically the same concept. Committing violence against someone because of their religion, that is hate, period. That's hate regardless of what the religion really is, right? So with Little Nas X, it seems like people are saying, oh, well, since it's against Christianity, it's fine. That's what I don't like, because it's clear that he is provoking Christians. I think anyone who has a brain can say that. He is trying to provoke Christianity. And instead of people saying, hey, that's not really the best way to go about anything. It's one thing to try to live in your truth and talk about your experiences, but it's another thing to actively try to provoke Christians, especially using a Bible verse on these Satan shoes. That's not okay, period. That's just not okay, especially because in Christianity, the Bible is extremely sacred. And I don't think that people understand that, but the Bible is extremely sacred. And so to use this Bible verse and just try to make fun of Christianity, that's not okay, period. And again, I know that I'm a Christian, but at the same time, we're going to talk later about Islamophobia, because the dude, he doesn't just attack Christians. He also attacks Muslims. But I know that a lot of people only care about the Islamophobia, right? But when you see these obvious and clear attacks against Christianity, it doesn't matter. But okay, whatever. So the Satan shoes and just all of that, it bothered me because I felt like he knew that he was provoking people, and that's not okay. It's just not okay. Like, if your brand is going to be to provoke other people and to make other people upset instead of living in your truth and living in your art, then, I mean, how great is your art? Now, I was not surprised by what happened with Lil Nas X, and here's why. Because Lil Nas X has been exposed for his old Stan Twitter accounts, and on those accounts, he said horrendous horrific things. Horrific things. Okay? So here's your warning right now, because we're about to get into some things that are really gross, and I'm going to put them on the screen just so that you can see them. But if you don't feel comfortable seeing anything that, like what I talked about earlier with the triggers that I talked about, if you're going to be uncomfortable with seeing these tweets, please click off of this video, or I don't know, please just click off of this video, because we're going to be discussing them. And I just want to warn you right now. But Little Nas X used to have a Twitter account called Nas Mirage. It's been confirmed, and a lot of people have known about it for years now, that he used to be a Nicki Minaj stan. He used to be a Barb, and he had this account. And on that account, and on another account that was linked to his account, he said absolutely disgusting things about a lot of different people. So I'm going to just show on the screen right now some of the things he said, because I'm not even going to show everything that he said because there's so much. I couldn't just show everything. So first off, here is some proof that the account Nas Mirage is actually Lil Nas X, which, first of all, it says it in the name, Nas Mirage, right? But then if you look at all of these screenshots that have been compiled, you can see that at one point his Twitter username was in his bio. At one point, the Nas Mirage account had a picture of Lil Nas X. It's clearly Lil Nas X, and just all of these things. And so clearly that account definitely was his. And this account has been exposed a while ago, and he kind of addressed it already. So people know, and it's been confirmed that this is in fact his account. And then here's this Lil Kim News, Lil Kim Facts account. And if you look under this tweet, If Looks Could Kill, right? This Lil Kim account tweeted it. If you look under it, someone replied with @Nas Mirage instead of the account. So clearly they're replying to Nas Mirage, but that's not the account. So clearly there's a connection there. And then here in this screenshot, that same Lil Kim account, they were celebrating Nas Mirage 100th Platinum Tweet Party, which, if you don't know what that is, basically like stands, if you get a tweet that gets a lot of likes, they call them Platinum Tweet. And so sometimes they have like these parties and different things where they like act like they're getting dressed up. It's just a whole kind of like event on Twitter. But why is this account doing the Nas Mirage 100th Platinum Tweet Party? Clearly, again, there's a connection. And then I know that this screenshot is tiny, but if you want to pause and kind of like read and see, this account had tweeted that Nas Mirage co-owned this Lil Kim account. So now I'm going to get into the actual tweets of that account and Nas Mirage. I'm not going to talk about all of the tweets. Some of them I will pause and discuss, but just pause and read if you really want to read these and see exactly what was said on these accounts. So I know that that was a lot. And these are the last tweets that I'll put on the screen. But if you see all of that, right? And then you see what he does now. Are you trying to tell me that he has perfectly innocent, that he's not trying to provoke people? Like, are we really going to try to make that argument? That he's just trying to live in his truth and he's trying to, like, no. He's trying to provoke people. He's trying to get people upset. This Little Kim News account, if you don't understand how stan culture works, which a lot of people don't, which is why I'm here to tell you, basically, Little Kim and Nicki Minaj have had some type of feud, have had some type of beef for a while. And so sometimes stans, what they do is they make fake fan accounts of people who they don't like. So let's say you are a Taylor Swift fan. You would then, back when Taylor Swift and Katy Perry were fighting, if you didn't like Katy Perry that much, you would make a fan account of Katy Perry and just start to tweet outrageous, outlandish things so that people would get mad at Katy Perry fans. It's basically called a setup account. Like, you're trying to set somebody up to get dragged. So let's say you're on that Katy Perry page and you tweet about Justin Bieber and you say something negative about Justin Bieber. Then you have all of these stans who get offended and they start dragging Katy Perry. So it's going to be mission accomplished because you got your goal, which was for Katy Perry to get dragged. That's how these things work, right? So a lot of people would say, okay, well, this is a setup account, but setup accounts don't tweet stuff like this. They don't. They tweet stuff like, oh, Shawn Mendes is the king of pop to get Shawn Mendes dragged. Or like they try to do all of that. You know, they say stuff like that. They don't say the things that he tweeted. They don't do that, right? It's like, especially on his Nas Mirage account. Even on his Nas Mirage account, he was saying disgusting things like this tweet where he's talking about Ariana Grande and the Manchester bombing. Like, seriously, that's basically what he's referring to. Oh, Ariana Grande stands that are Muslim. That's a self-drag. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Genuinely. And then on the Little Kim account, he's doing a poll and people actually voted on it, which is just these things. You look at them and you think that's disgusting. Why aren't people connecting that to what he's doing today? That's what bothers me. It's like people saw this and they're telling him to apologize, right? But I'm like, why would he apologize if that's how he is? He's the type that wants to provoke everyone. He's the type that wants to make people upset. Now, the reason why I waited so long to make this video is because I didn't really want to give him that power. He now has the number one song in the country, and now I feel like it's time to talk about him because that song, I haven't even heard that song, so I definitely think that was just people trying to stream and trying to buy to make people upset. And you know, I don't like that energy. Never have, never will. But now that he has the number one song in the country, it kind of is what it is. His whole career is based off of making people mad. It's not about making people happy. And art should be about making people happy. Music should be about making people happy, right? But his whole brand is about upsetting people. And even when he had an account on Twitter that had so many followers that people remember that account, right? And even look at the likes on this Islamophobic tweet. You know, his whole brand since the beginning of his like little stint on the internet has been about upsetting and provoking people, has been about having shock value. And quite frankly, I don't think that that's the best marketing tactic. Now, the Nas Mirage tweets have been exposed for a while now. So Little Nas X has known that people have been upset about the Islamophobia on that account and the other things that he has tweeted on that account. However, the Lil Kim account that has been exposed recently. It was exposed around the same time that his song dropped. So that is a more recent thing, but I don't think that he doesn't know, especially because after it got exposed, it was still actually up. And there was a specific tweet that I did not put on the screen that was disgusting about, it was just gross. And I'm not even going to repeat it because it was really, 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 really bad. It was honestly worse than a lot of the tweets that I put on the screen, if not worse than all of them. Let's just say it that. And that tweet was making its rounds and people were literally quote tweeting it and replying to it because it was still up. And then it got deleted. The account got suspended soon after, which I don't think is a coincidence. I think his team did that because, again, Little Nas X, he's always on the internet. He knows internet trends. So he saw it. There's just no way that he didn't see it. He's not one of the celebrities that just like turns off their phone. He sees things. So clearly he saw it, and I think that he was the one to get it suspended. And he's seen all of these things and he has not apologized. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, you need to apologize. Don't hold your breath on an apology. Why? Because why are we acting as if he has any morals? Why are we sitting up here acting as if he has high morality and he's going to apologize and he has any? No, he's not going to do that. So don't hold your breath because it's not going to happen. Clearly he likes to provoke people. Clearly he likes to make people upset, and clearly he has very low morals. To put it just as clearly as I can put it, the dude doesn't have morals. Because if you tweet stuff like that, if you go so far as to make fun of people's religions, if you go so far as to make fun of the fact that a woman was literally abused, right? If you do all of that, then what is supposed to make me think that you have high morals? What is supposed to make me think that I should listen to your music? What is supposed to make me think that you're definitely going to apologize for all of this stuff? And what is supposed to make other people think, oh, he only made the Satan shoes and he's only doing all of this because he was hurt by Christianity? That's not the reason. That's not the reason. The reason is because that's how he is. So really, you're blaming Christianity for a problem with him. Because clearly he has a problem. Clearly his morality is very, very low. So I think either way, even if he wasn't hurt by Christianity, I think he would have done all of this, right? So clearly it doesn't have anything to do with Christianity, in my opinion. Because if you look at his track record, the dude doesn't have morals. So if you look at his track record and then you say, oh, well, this is because he's hurt and he has this whole backstory. No, it's because he doesn't have morals. It's because he likes to provoke people. It's because he likes to make fun of religions. It's because he likes to make fun of different people. It's because he likes to make people upset. That's why. Let's not try to make a narrative and try to blame Christianity for that, because it's just not it. So that's just how I feel about him. And I don't think that people should support him. I don't think that he should have a platform. He definitely shouldn't have the #1 song in the country. Just because the dude is grimy. Like, the things that he's done and said, and then he sees it and won't apologize for it. And people tweet him every single day and he refuses to apologize. That lets you know everything that you need to know about him. So I don't even know why it's a debate or a discussion of, what's the point of the Satan shoes? It's because that's how he is. That's how he is. That's what he likes to do. He likes to get people upset. He likes to get people mad. That's what he built his brand off of, and that's what he will continue to do until he's actually deplatformed. So that is it for this video. Please enjoy this obligatory picture of Tom Holland as I close out. But those were my thoughts. Again, I made the disclaimer that I am a Christian in the beginning of the video for a reason. So if you're going to start commenting, well, you're a Christian, you're just mad and just this, that, and the fourth. I mean, I told you that I'm a Christian. Like, I mean, I told you this. I made sure like that you knew that this is where I'm coming from. So I don't know what to tell you at this point. Like, I don't know why you're surprised about what I was going to say. But, you know, at the end of the day, my opinion is my opinion, and whatever I believe is going to contribute to that opinion. That's just natural. I think that whatever someone believes, you can't just take your religion out of what you believe in, like all of your choices, who you vote for, even like everything that you choose to do really it's affected by your religion. Why? Because especially I think for Christianity, I don't know about every other religion, but with Christianity, there's a guide for literally every part of your life. So you should, like, at this point, that's why I said, like, if you go back and you watch the rest of my videos, you would see kind of how it makes, I hope it makes sense. I hope I'm representing the religion well, hopefully. But you would kind of see the Christian morality woven into all of my videos. So don't be surprised when you like maybe hear something that's like a Christian principle, because that's just, I'm not going to stop. You know, it's my channel, and I'm here giving opinions, and that's just it. So anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Go ahead and comment down below what you think of this whole Little Nas X situation. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, turn on post notifications so that you're notified of the next time I post a video, and follow me on Twitter. My Twitter will be in the description below. And yeah, thank you again so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.